Next up then is Jason from eVTOL Insights, a special media insight presentation.
Perfect. Thank you ever so much for the introduction, Omri, as well. And thank you for also the opportunity for the Advanced Air Mobility Institute, once again, for giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit more about the eVTOL industry, the global advanced air mobility market as well. So, yeah, appreciate the opportunity. For those of you who know me, great to see so many people in the attendees listening into my presentation, as well as those who are fairly new to the industry. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Jason Pritchard. I lead up eVTOL Insights, one of the leading news sources covering the global advanced air mobility market. So, a little bit more before we talk into kind of what we're seeing in the market. I wanted to use the presentation to tell you a little bit more about who we are before digging into a bit more about some of the themes and trends that we are seeing in this market today as well. So, for those, again, who don't know eVTOL Insights, we are daily news, executive interviews, weekly podcasts. Great to see some of the people in this in the audience who I have had the delight of speaking to on numerous occasions as well. We do special reports, the Power Book, Women in AAM, the recent CTO special report, and also the ones to watch, really recognizing and celebrating those people that are in the industry that are very much at the start of their careers to those who are real championing and pushing ahead with the technology for eventual commercial operations in the not too distant future as well. And then finally, we also do networking events. We're on Clubhouse, and we also do our events, which I'm sure some of you have been to or will be coming to our events in Munich, Dubai, Brisbane at the end of 2025, and Ohio in 2026 as well. So a little screenshot of our website if you haven't seen it already. Now, I wanted to start off by telling you a little bit more. I had the pleasure of being here in January to tell you a little bit more about what we think the year ahead will look like. I wanted to kind of put a screenshot to show you what we thought was going to happen this year. And as you can see, we really do thought the collaboration was key between regulators, manufacturers, and operators. Middle East and China will be the markets that progress the quickest. City adoption, going to be crucial to that industry success. Gets an industry excited, but they need to be brought along the journey. That education theme rings true. Also about the industry consolidation, a thinning of the herd, so to speak, seeing more companies progress forward, but also the challenges that remain in terms of building, developing, and certifying an eVTOL aircraft as well. So that was what I said in January. This is what we're seeing now. We still think that is going to be a progressive year for the global advanced air mobility market. A slide at the end of my presentation will kind of give you a few key highlights that we are seeing. And I'm sure you will all agree there is so much happening in the industry right now. It is very difficult to choose and to talk about really what has happened as well. But some of the key things that we're seeing here, new business use cases. So we are seeing a lot of companies go into the defense market. Saw Adam from Regent deliver a fascinating presentation about the work that Regent is doing. Recently, they announced that they were going into the defense market with their Viceroy Sea Glider terms for new applications as well. Again, Archer and Anduril, they announced a big announcement earlier this year, the end of last year, about working together to build a hybrid aircraft in the defense sector as well. I wanted to touch upon the USA as well because there were some really key announcements that's been recent as well. And this is the Mosaic, which for those of you who aren't aware, this is the modernization of Special Airworthiness Certificate rule. Now, this is going to impact eVTOL aircraft by allowing them to be certified as light sport aircraft. It's going to streamline the process, making it easier and faster for electric air taxis to enter the market. It's also going to open up new possibilities for eVTOL design and operation, particularly for smaller personal use craft like drive and fly and general flying vehicles as well. So I still think that's a really good thing as well. Another bit I wanted to add on at the end with the screenshots, but I'll leave that until the end as well. We still think at eVTOL Insights that the Middle East and China are still the markets that are progressing quickly. I had the pleasure of speaking to a gentleman called Louis Liu at DAP Technologies in a podcast. If those of you have heard of the episode, it was aired probably about a month or so ago. He said there are at least 20 companies within China that are building, testing and flying eVTOL aircraft. And some of these operators and OEMs we at eVTOL Insights haven't heard of as well. So that just goes to show the scale at which companies are building aircraft in China, and they have a very good streamlined process with the CAAC, the certification body in that country, to deploy aircraft as well. And we all know, of course, of the work that EHang is doing in the market as well. The Middle East needs no introduction as well. Joby and Archer are very clear on that path as well, and I'll share more details at the end of my slide as well. And another thing I thought I'd be quite interested in as well, a potential market launch in 2026 has really sent eVTOL shares skyrocketing. So, for example, 3 months ago, when President Donald Trump announced the tariffs in regards to the US and the global world, the sort of stock started to fall. However, fast forward 3 months, that there's been an increase of 233% on those stocks. So Joby, Archer, Vertical Aerospace, EHang, for example, all doing very, very well if you've in terms of shares as well. So as I mentioned, I want to give you a bit of a breakdown. This is a very quick list. There are far more stories to cover. Please do head to our website, evtolinsights.com, for more details as well. But as I mentioned with the Middle East, Archer and Joby Aviation, they have been setting piloted flights in Abu Dhabi for Archer and Dubai for Joby, respectively, as well, paving the way for commercial flights as early as 2025, 2026 as well. The GCAA, the regulatory body in the UAE, and the RTA are really working hand in hand, harmonizing with both manufacturers to enable that very easy process to commercial flights as well. So it's very exciting. It's very closely. We are at the finish line for the Middle East region. So that's another point I wanted to mention for this presentation in terms of the two big markets as well. And I'm sure all of you have been reading very closely as to what's been happening in the Middle East as well. This was really cool. Now, I'm a Brit, so I was very happy to see this appear in our news box earlier last week as well. Vertical Aerospace, for those who don't aware, this is the VX4 prototype. It did the world's first airport-to-airport piloted flight by full-scale winged tilt-rotor eVTOL designed for commercial service. So, bit of the details. Following flight conditions and a permit to fly approvals from the CAA in the UK, the VX4 there flew 17 miles from the Cotswold Airport to RAF Fairford at speeds of 115 miles per hour and an altitude of 1,800 feet. It was at the Royal Air International Tattoo for a couple of days, and it marked the first landing at a public location, as I said, at that show too. So as you can see, a lot of public goers were very excited to see it. I was unfortunately unable to be there myself as well. This was something I was actually here to be for, which is great. This is at the Paris Air Show. And again, for those of you eagle-eyed, you'll see that there's the US Transport Secretary Sean Duffy, with the likes of Adam Goldstein from Archer, Kyle Clark from Beta, Sebastian Vigneron from Wisk, and Joe Benbever from Joby, alongside acting FAA Administrator Chris Rochley. Now, this is a really big announcement. It was an alliance between the US, Canada, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia about this, and the USA, really to make this alliance together to make the USA that innovation hub in terms of these new technologies to enable eVTOL air taxis or electric air taxis to be streamlined, and the technology process to be pushed forward to make the USA a real hotbed of technology and export for all the work that they're doing as well. So that was great to be a part of as well. Again, more details are on our website for the full story as well. And then just a final thing as well is this is Beta Technologies' Alia aircraft. Hartzell propeller, they received FAA Part 35 type certification for the first propeller designed specifically for advanced air mobility. It's the first to earn FAA type certification specifically for integration with electric propulsion systems. And a little bit of a theme here as well. Forgive me if I am blocking the picture as well, but the picture, if you can see it very clearly, is Beta flying at the Paris Air Show in June earlier this year. This was a great thing to witness, and especially if you were there in person, you witnessed how quiet it was in comparison to all the other jets and helicopters that were there as well. So that was brilliant. Hopefully, the next Paris Air Show, Farnborough next year, Dubai, etc. These air shows will be a great platform to showcase electric aviation and advanced air mobility as a whole as well. And that was a really quick, short fire round of kind of what we're seeing in the market as well, in terms of some of the stories that we've been covering as well. Of course, please do reach out to me. I'm the guy that's behind the Singapore skyline. If you want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, but of course, my email address is here if you wanted to stay in touch and keep me updated with anything that you're working on in the market as well. We're really keen to try and celebrate and recognize all the work that's being done in this market too. So please don't be a stranger. Reach out to me as well. And I hope this presentation has been of use to you. Thank you for your attention and for listening in. And I wish the AAM Advanced Air Mobility Institute team all the very best for the rest of this event. And thank you ever so much for letting me be a part of it.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It's always interesting to hear what you have to say monthly on your clubhouse meetings.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll be taking a 10-minute